Okay, in theory, this should be ready. I'm going to check it just a moment. Okay, perfect. Yes. Okay, so welcome everybody. My name is Cristina, and in today's webinar, I'm going to show you the last super update that TopWorksheet has had this week. And I'm talking about the worksheet builder, that it's another way of creating interactive worksheets, but saving a lot of time. I'm going to show you everything. You're going to see everything that I'm going to do step by step. And if you have any question, remember that you can write it down in the chat because the technical team is with us and they are going to answer everything, okay? Remember that this is going to be recorded and uploaded to our YouTube channel, and you can see this all the times you want. Okay, so I am in my, just a moment, please. Okay. I am in my TopWorksheet account, and to enter in this folder worksheet, we just have to create here in create new worksheet. As you can see, here is the new option, and here we have the usual editor. But today we're going to see this new one. Create worksheets really fast. From templates, just input the question you want, and we will generate the worksheet for you. So we click here, and now we are inside the worksheet builder. You can see that this has nothing to do with the usual editor, because here you just have to follow the steps, and the worksheet will generate the worksheet for you. So yes, I'm going to put this here. The first thing we have to do is put a title. That it's going to be, sorry, I'm going to do like a thematic worksheet about weather, seasons, and animals. Here, if you want, this is not necessary, but if you want, you can put a description. For example, I'm going to put the seasons of a year and the different types of animals. And this would be ready. The next thing would be choose the design. And here we can choose the font family that I like Quicksand, so I'm going to let it this way. The font size, that the large, I think that is perfect. And here we can choose a background. How do we do that? We just have to click here and see how we can choose between all these different types. For example, I'm going to choose the sky one because it's the one that I like the most. And here we can always choose if we want the worksheet to have a header or not. You can choose if not, if just on the first page, on all the pages. I'm going to leave it on the first page. And remember that the header will always include the title, the description that we have just right here, and a logo if you upload one. For example, I'm going to upload this TopWorksheet logo from my computer. But if you want, you can also upload your school logo, your personal logo, if you have a blog, whatever image, you can upload it. And this, the design would be ready. You see how fast we have just made all this. And the next thing would be write down all the questions here in the content. See that we have 8 options, okay? And we are going to see them by order. The first one would be the written answer. This is made just for the students to answer the questions that are being asked, okay? So for example, I'm going to ask them if I am cold, it is, so that they have to answer here, winter. Here you can change everything, okay? I'm going to leave it this way, but you can change the font, you can underline it, put it bold, and even change the color. You can also add media, but in this question, I don't need it, and I will show you later, okay? Some instructions that we don't need it either right now. And the question type that you can see, that is an auto-graded because the answer is closed, is winter. If not, you can always choose the open-ended question, okay? But for the moment, auto-graded is okay. And this would be enough. You just have to write the question and here the answer. I'm going to put it another example with the same one. That would be, if it's warm, it is, so that they have answer. The answer would be summer. And now you just have to preview here and see how the worksheet builder had just generated us a super pretty worksheet for us. Here we have the logo, the header, with the title and the description, the two questions that we have just added, and of course the worksheet with the template of the sky. Okay, so the next thing would be the drop down. This one, the students will just have to choose a correct answer between all the options that we gave to them. So, for example, I'm going to put here, when there are more flowers. And here, again, we don't need media nor instructions, but you can add it if you want. And here in the options, I'm going to write, for example, spring. That would be the correct answer. So I have to check it, add here another option, that would be summer. And for example, a last one that would be winter. Okay, I'm going to make it twice so you can see how easy and fast this worksheet builder works. Again, for example, when does normally snow? And again here, I write the options. For example, summer, we add another one, autumn, and we add the third one, that would be the correct, and I put winter, and I check it. If we preview it, look how has turned out the worksheet. This is really easy, really fast, and a time-saving tool that I think that is very useful for teachers and for students. Okay. The next one would be the multiple choice. Here, the student will have to check the correct answer between another options that we write to them. So, for example, here in the checkbox, I am going to put, what animal is this one? Because now I am going to add a picture and they have to check what animal is this. This is very simple. Look that you just have to click here, choose the image because you have two options, but here, now you just have to choose the image and upload it from your computer. In this case, I'm going to upload this zebra. Save it. Look how it's here. You can always delete it. Here you can choose the picture position. You can put it under the question, above the question, on the left and on the right. I'm going to choose under the question because I think it's the better option. And here in the options, I am going to put zebra. That is the checked option that the students have to check. And for example, a horse. I'm going to do a second one so you can see again how to do it. Again, look, to save time, I'm going to copy the same question and paste it here because the structure is going to be the same. So what animal is this one? I again add a media from my computer and choose the lion. And here I put, for example, tiger, that will be the incorrect one, and the lion. And look how this has turned out. The worksheet builder just generate this for us, everything. What animal is this one? And the student will just have to check the correct answer. You can see how easy is all this. Is very intuitive. And the most important thing is that you can see how fast you can have a worksheet done. Okay, the next one would be the worksheet, that I think that is one of the most popular activities between children because they like it a lot. And you're going to see how easy it is to create one here in the worksheet builder. For example, the question would be search the 4 animals. In this case, I'm going to underline it. So I click here and just have to press this one, okay? We don't need instructions. And here in the options, we just have to write down the number of rows. I'm going to put 10, the number of columns, another 10. And here I just have to write it down, the words one by one. That the animals would be, for example, frog, eagle, horse. You see that you just have to click here and add another word. And the last one, that would be a monkey. And this would be enough. See how fast have we done the word search. If we preview it, again, look how interactive is turning out everything. And look here how this is underlined, like we have just indicate. And here we have our word search. Look, the words, and the student will just have to click the letters one by one and search and find the 4 animals. Okay, the next would be the draw, a very popular tool like the previous one, where the student can express their creativity. In this case, we're talking about animals, so the question is going to be quite obvious. Draw your favorite animal. In this case, I'm going to add a few instructions. For example, you can draw more than one in case that they have more than one favorite animal, or if they want to draw a little bit more. And here we can choose the size of the space that they will have to draw. I'm going to put medium because see here how big is the medium one. I think that even this, with the small, they have a space enough to make here any drawing. Remember that they have here all these colors, this size of pencils, and of course the gum, so they can erase everything. The next option would be the voice answer. This is basically so that the student, you ask them a question and they answer with their own voice. So we click it here. And in this case, I want them to watch a video and answer some questions. That would be, watch the video and name at least 5 wild animals. So we have to add the media. So I click here. We go to the YouTube video because I want them to watch it. I have prepared here one. I just have to copy. See, that is a video for kids about wild animals so that they can improve their vocabulary. Here, I paste it. We save it and look how they can see the video without going out of the platform. And that this would be enough. You just have to write the question. And in this case, I wanted to add a video, but if you don't want to add anything, you know that with just this question would be enough. Again, if we preview it, sorry if I am a little bit annoying, previewing, but I want you to see how everything is turning out, okay? Look here, the student will just have to click, see the video on the wild animals, and of course here they will have to answer with the 5 wild animals that they have to mention. They will just have to click and start here and then close. It's very easy for us as teachers and for them as a student. Okay, the next would be the image answer. That is exactly the same as the same one, but the student have to answer instead of with their own voice with an image. So the question here would be, for example, bees produce, and they have to add an image of honey. In this case, I am going to put instruction, for example, add an image, so that they know what to do. And this would be enough. Remember that here in the additional configuration that you have this button in every question, okay? Look here, here, and here you can always change the score of each question, okay? But in this case, I want to be all the same one. And here in the three dots in the options, remember that, for example, this image answer is number 10, but you can move up, and now is here in number 9, okay? Number 9, and the voice answer, that is the one that we have just done, would be in the last place. Remember that you can always duplicate it and also delete it, but it's not the case. And I think that we have just seen everything, and the last one is the text. That is the one option that the student cannot interact with, and it's just a message or instructions that we can leave them in their worksheet. For example, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to write, well done. You have reached the end. And here, this time, I'm going to put it bold. And for example, I'm going to change the color to pink, so there is more color in the worksheet. We will have finished, and look how would be the result with the header, the title, the description, the first written answer that would be winter. Here they have to choose in the drop down. The animals with the checkbox, the word search, the drawing, and here the last one that has been the image answer, where they have to upload an image of, in this case, a honey, the watch video, the activity, and our last message here in the end. Well done, you have reached the end. Look that we have been very fast, because this is really easy to use and very intuitive, because you just have to follow the steps that the worksheet builder has. I want you to know that if you publish, this is something new that we are going to publish this week, and is that if you publish your first worksheet with the worksheet builder, you automatically will have 1 month of free premium plan, so you can try the premium plan for free 1 month, and the only thing you have to do is create a worksheet and publish it with the worksheet builder. Okay, this is going to be ready this week, and I hope that you try it and that you tell your colleagues and that you enjoy this tool that we have just updated in TopWorksheets. I also want to announce that this week is going to be here, look, in the content. We have these 8 options, but our idea is to add all the options that the editor has. Okay, so the next 2 ones, the next 2 updates here would be the drag and drop option. That is one of the most popular tools in the editor, and the join one. Okay, the one where you can join elements from different parts of the worksheet, and the drag and drop, that its own name is saying everything, that when you drag an element and drop it in the other part of the worksheet. Okay, that would be the two news that we'll have this week, and we hope that you enjoy. The idea, as I comment to you, is that we have here all the options like in the editor, but we are just starting, so for now there are these 8. And I think, I don't know if you have any question, but I think that we have finished. I want you to know that this is going to be uploaded to our YouTube channel, okay? So you can see this wherever you want. If you have any doubt, any question, write us, okay? We would be glad to answering you. That's all, and thank you for watching.